Does your child ever get frustrated when reading a book or have trouble reading? Or maybe you just want to learn more about reading aloud to your children and how to make it more fun. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 of my top benefits of reading aloud to your children and how to encourage them to read more. Did you know that just 6 additional minutes of reading per day can significantly improve your child's reading performance? When my wife and I had our son 4 years ago, we knew we wanted to introduce him to books early on, and now we love reading storybooks together. During the day we read exciting adventure books, and at night we tend to read more peaceful books. Our son is a fan of story time with Papa Mike, where I dedicate time to read aloud stories which our son usually handpicks, or by those who comment on our social media platform. To celebrate World Read Aloud Day, I'd like to offer you some options and other resources that may be able to help you along the way. So be sure to stay to the end of this video. So here are my top 5 reasons why reading aloud can be beneficial to you and your children. Number 1, it increases their vocabulary and reading skills. Reading aloud to your children can actually increase their vocabulary, memory, and critical thinking skills. It is also a great way to teach your children how to read aloud correctly and learn new vocabulary. Number 2, there's a familiarity with the world around them. Reading aloud to your children can help familiarize themselves with the world around them. They will learn about different cultures, people, and places. So why not introduce them to something new? Number 3, there's an increase to their relationship skills. Reading aloud to your children can help increase the relationship between you and them. This can help also improve communication and build a strong bond between you and your children. If you're finding this video helpful, why not like and subscribe? Like this content so that YouTube recognizes that you want to see more of this kind of video, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new content that we release. Step number 4, it can build a strong reading habit. Reading aloud to your children can build strong reading habits. It is important to have a consistent routine with reading aloud to your children so they learn to love reading. As an example, my son and I love to read usually at night. He loves to choose a book at bedtime, and usually it's 2 to 3 books at bedtime, if you know what I mean. But we tend to slow down the pace and just relax, and it's a good bonding experience. Number 5, it encourages a love of reading. Reading aloud to your children can encourage them to love reading. It can also help to develop your children's understanding of languages and help them to read fluently. As an example, my son is in kindergarten right now, so he's getting ready for big school, such a big step. And so he's learning to articulate how he pronounces certain words. And if he can't get his message across to us clearly, he tends to give us an example of what he means. Reading to young children can start with good intentions, but what happens when things don't go according to plan? Here are my 5 top reasons how you can encourage your children to read more. Number 1, set the example. When mum and dad love reading, your children will love reading also. Number 2, take things slow. If your child loses attention, that's okay. If they want to speed through the book like my son does, that's okay too. Take your time. Maybe explore what they want to be able to learn from that book. Number 3, find their favorite books to read. You know your child's interests better than anyone, so perhaps pick up a book about their favorite animal, like a dinosaur or a dog, or maybe their favorite thing, like tractors or baseball. Pick up something that's their favorite, and they're going to love and be engaged in the story all the more. Number 4, practice with your children. Get them to read the story as you read the story, and trace their finger along the words as you read so that they can help not only hearing the words as you go along, but they get to see how the word looks as you're speaking it. And number 5, let them know they're doing great. Give them a hug and encourage them on how they're doing their best. And soon you'll see progression in how they're reading and how they're going to learn day by day and excel, not just at reading, but understanding words a whole lot more. I hope you're finding great value from this video. As promised, the resources that can help you read aloud to your children can be found in the comments below. I'll also put them up on screen. There's World Read Aloud Day from Scholastic. You can check out their website. There's a lot happening, not just on the day, but during the week as well. There's plenty of resources such as books. I'll put those links to Amazon. You may even be able to find them in your local bookstore also. And so if you want to read aloud to your children, just pick up a book and start reading. In fact, let them choose the book. Let them be more involved in the storytelling. And if you're not too sure which book to read, then check my other channel, Storytime with Papa Mike, where I read both new and old books aloud. So pick up that book and read along with me. Your children would love it.